What's up, guys? RNG here from the Stone Vet USMC, man. I'm super excited. The first annual Veteran Podcast Awards is here. Huge shout out to Broken Jarhead and Travis Johnson over at the Nonprofit Architect and Sheriff for throwing this event for us, for helping us come together as a veteran community and show off what we can do and what we can't do. It's like I tell you guys every episode, man, if I don't intrigue you, there's plenty of other veteran podcasts out there that can intrigue you and maybe be up your alley of what you want to listen to and how you want to listen to it, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me, listening to my show, where it's going and where I see it going. It's open now. You can head over to Veteran Podcast Awards. I'll have all the description in the details of every episode on how you can get over there. I'll even set up the hyperlink for you so you can get over there and vote for me, Sergeant G at the Stone Vet USMC. Voting has begun August 4th through September 18th. Get out there and vote. Make sure you vote for the best podcast that you feel that intrigue you, that you like to listen to, and like you want to get into. There's a lot of great podcasts out there, a lot of great veterans in this podcast realm. Make sure you get out there. Make sure you vote for me, Sergeant G at the Stone Vet USMC. There's some great awards going on. The ceremony will take place October 5th. They're saying right now about 2000 Eastern time, but that can change, of course. You know how life is and everything get going, man. Remember, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on the Stone Vet USMC, watching all the great guests come out here, helping you find your purpose again, man. Get out there, vote. Make sure you hit me up. You vote for the best USMC podcast out there, man. Remember, hit the Stone Vet. We got you six.
The Stone Vet. I hit the ground running when I'm invading your country. And still with honor and discipline.
What's up, guys? Sergeant G here from the Stone Vet USMC, man. Happy Friday to you guys. Hopefully your week has been going very well. It's been hot. It's getting hot. The summer's here in Oklahoma. The freaking heat and the humidity's coming through the freaking roof, and ain't no damn body of water by us, but damn, we got that humidity going through the roof right now. I think it's like 98 degrees outside with 1,000% humidity. So you guys there that know about it, especially out in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, you guys out there on the coast and stuff, you guys probably get a better feeling of that. For you guys got a little bit of water, ocean coming through, right, with the Gulf and everything, man. It's like I tell you guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel every time that you guys know when this show comes out and the great guests that I get to bring on every week. Like I said, I got good people all the time, man. I also want to give a huge shout out to my sponsor, Rafa 180. I tell you guys, if you guys have always been looking for a medicinal grade CBD product, Rafa 180 is the place to go, man. Processed in the only FDA regulated lab in the Midwest. And if you guys caught the show over at American Wholesale Hemp, you got to see Rafa 180 in action. They brought her on the show to talk about her business and what she's doing and why she does it, man. I tell you guys, some of y'all don't believe CBD works, but that's part of one of the medicinal benefits of cannabis is the actual CBD to correlate it with the THC itself. When you can find a good THC product and a good CBD product together, it's almost like perfect harmony. It's almost a euphoric feeling. I found it once, and I tell you what, it's probably the best feeling I had. No anxiety, no depression, no body aches and pains, and I felt like I was a kid again. It's hard to find that, but whatever you do, man, you got to write the recipe down so you can try to remember it. So next time you blend it together, you guys know exactly what you're looking for. It's Friday. It's hot. And I got the joy of bringing on Miss Brandy and Melissa here from Yes, I Am the Veteran podcast, man. How you ladies doing this Friday?
Hi, we're doing well. Well, I'm doing well. How are you, Brandy?
It's been an interesting week.
Always.
Of course, being the veteran, we always know what it can be like, how the weeks can be. It can be a little tough, trying to get used to the civilian life again, trying to figure out what we're supposed to do, man. I got Brandy. Brandy here spent some time. She's another chair for us, Bubba. She did some time in the chair for us, man. You know how those are. And then I got Melissa. She's a Navy cat. I gotta love on Melissa, man. Being a jarhead myself, Navy and Marines are always together. Everywhere you go, it never fails. We're always together.
We take care of you.
Absolutely. You're my Uber. I gotta get somewhere, right? If I gotta get there, I call the Navy, say, hey, it's time to go. We gotta go.
High quality,
right? High quality stuff, And so So you guys are doing good. So you guys have been trying to figure out how, that's the biggest thing on my show is trying to figure out what's the purpose. What's my purpose again after getting out, man? You guys following me, you guys understand. That's my biggest thing is try to give you guys find hope and a purpose again for after you get out of service. And that's the biggest struggle we have because guess what? You ain't got Sergeant G in the corner telling you, hey, this needs to be done. We need to get this done, this done, this done, this done. Nobody's telling you what to do, when to do, how to do it anymore. And you get out and you're just like, this sucks, dude. What do I do now? I have to live my own life without somebody telling me what the hell to do. How was that? How was that transition for you, Brandy, leaving the Air Force? Because I mean, Brandy has a hell of a story. She was medically separated from the Air Force. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about your story, Brandy?
I was medically retired.
Medically retired, medically forced out.
Yeah, and there was no choice at all.
No choice.
But and to answer your earlier question, the only chair I was ever issued was the one with wheels on it. So unfortunately, sorry to disappoint y'all. Did not have the beautiful Air Force story that you guys all seem to reminisce about that we never had. But I was a medic. I was in England. I had arterial blood clots in both legs and my right arm, and I almost lost them. I had to be air evac'd back to the US. They didn't actually think I'd survive the plane trip over. They thought that I would have more clots and pass at that point. When I got back, literally every day, my own service basically treating me like I did it to myself. Like they would spit on me. They would tell me I was a disgrace. Things like that every day because I had to wear a brace, like a Forrest Gump kind of brace, but it attached to like a sandal. Like picture that in uniform. Yeah. Yeah. I was getting fucked up. Yeah. Yeah. That was my life. I had to wear like the Air Jesus Birkenstock. Yeah. That one. That's the one. Because I had 17% circulation in both legs. So it was like the poodle effect. I couldn't even get my own boot on. Like my spouse at the time actually hid my boots. Because every time I tried to put them on every morning, I couldn't get them on. And he got tired of hearing me like try to put them on. So he would hide them from me. I had to go and compete in Miss Veteran America last year to get my boots back. No lie. It took about 10 years to be able to wear boots again.
Shit.
Yeah.
You gotta love our wonderful government, our wonderful military that loves to take care of us, right?
Yeah. Take care of me to death.
There's a lot of stuff that the civilians don't see and that they don't understand. And he's like, oh man, they take care of you. Ain't nobody taking care of you, man. You are in there for yourself. And like you said, I told these people I had this issue that I was dealing with these things. And they're like, well, oh, well, pretty much what they told you. Like, oh, well, I mean, you got to figure it out yourself or whatever the case may be. And you're just like, motherfucker, dude, how are you supposed to take care of me?
It's sad that the Brits had to save me from the Americans. Like, I actually go to the British hospital. That's how I actually got the surgeries because the Americans kept saying I was making it up. On the 4th of July, they celebrated in England.
They celebrate that in England?
Yes. They're like pyros. They love fireworks. It was the craziest thing when I was there. I was like, y'all lost that war though. They'd be like, yeah, but we like the fireworks.
Like, we're happy you're not a part of us.
We love the fireworks. Yeah, we lost, but we love the fireworks. Well, man, that's a hell of a story, Brandon. It's just amazing to see that this is what happens. Now you're medically retired. And they're like, oh, you can live off the medical retirement. I can't live off this shit, dude. Like, I still got to go to fucking work. I still got shit I got to do. I can't live off this bullshit, Well, it's freaking crazy. And Melissa, why don't you tell us a little bit about your time in the Navy? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, my name is Melissa Palacios. I went by Palacios in the Navy. Switched to Gonzalez. Like I said, I was stationed in Yokosuka, Japan. I was part of CVN 73 USS George Washington, where I was a damage controlman and I was a little fireman. I got to the ship life and they were in the middle of a deployment. So I was right there when replenishing everything, coming back, loading back up. So I caught the second half of deployment. So it was awesome. I got to go to Guam, Philippines, Malaysia. So I just really got to actually travel like they said I would. So I was like, wow, they weren't lying to me. And but being I am Mexican American and coming from a strong background with raised by women, me going into the Navy first off, even with boot camp, like my RDCs, they were like not. They're like, who is this girl? Who does she think she is? Like, apparently, I just rolled my eyes without even knowing, and it followed me. So I was getting beat, you know. And then once I got to ship life, I got there, and I'll never forget this second class was like, drop and give me 20, and I was like, okay, you first. And everybody was just like, who? Like, this is
That
Palacio's
fucking
chick. And I'm
Hispanic
like,
heritage. That's that Hispanic attitude.
I was like, that's me. You can go first. You want to, like, I was not with anybody's shit when I joined. Like, I was like, no, I'll do what you tell me to do. Sure. But you're not about to disrespect me. So I was definitely different from the other girls. There was a couple more like me. Definitely didn't take any shit. Still don't take any shit, respectfully. And like I was speaking about the medical, you know, I learned very quickly that I had to take care of myself.
Right.
Just like the Navy was gonna use me and get everything, all the work out of me. Oh, I'm gonna make sure I'm good. So I had great mentors. When I was stationed in San Diego, I worked with a bunch of veterans. Shout out to Swarmic on 32nd Street. They really took care of me, the veterans civilians that I worked with, and they let me know, like, hey man, if this is bothering you, go to medical. Fuck what, you know, your first class has to say, like, go to your appointments, like, just go. And that's what I did. So I made sure to take care of myself. I think I'm doing all right. I did what I had to do. I knew I wanted to use the Navy as a stepping stone, and that's what I did. So yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome. So how long were you in the Navy for?
I was in the Navy for 4 years.
For 4 years. Okay,
and
so you did the basic. You did the basic military.
Yeah. Like I said, well, I when I came back to San Diego, I was pregnant, so I did have a child. My son is now 7. I'm about to pick him up right now, and yeah, I just knew, like I said before, this is my stepping stone. I'm gonna go back to school. I got out. I went to school. I just knew this was gonna be my foundation to build a better life for him. So yeah.
Of course. Okay. See, so there you go, guys. There's a little bit about these wonderful ladies right here, and So I was talking to Brandy earlier, and she's telling me, I mean, a lot of us veterans, that one of our biggest things is making sure that we can help take care of each other. That's one of the biggest things. I know I've talked to Brandy for a little bit on and off through Messenger and stuff like that, talking about how in the veteran community, that's one of the things that we strive to do, is ensure that we can help everybody out that we're able to help out, you know. But trust me, don't get me wrong, man. There's still some vets out there that are in it for themselves, and it sucks, you know, because it's like we're supposed to be doing this shit together. We're supposed to be helping each other out and help each other grow and help each other become better, because nobody's going to help us. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to help a veteran besides another fucking veteran. There are some civilians out there that are great. I mean, like here in Oklahoma, we have the battling Betties, and they love coming out and help supporting the veteran community, but they help not only just the veterans, but the law enforcement, the firefighters, the paramedics, and everybody else as well. And don't get me wrong, there are some civilians out there that do take time out of their day to try to help veterans as much as they can, from an understanding that they understand. But for us, it's our brothers and sisters that's supposed to be helping take care of us, you know. And it sucks when you get burned by your own brother, your own sister. It sucks when you get burned by them, and it's like, fuck, what happened? Like, what? I thought we were on a good roll, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, and it can be various different things, different elements. I mean, we suffered a lot of shit while serving in the military, and when we got out, you know what I'm saying? A lot of time when we got out, the military said, "I'm done with you. You figure it out yourself," which is hard, because you got to figure, when you go to boot camp, you got, regardless of however long your boot camp is, Marine Corps is 13 weeks. You got boot camp. Then you got MCT, which is another infantry training school. That's 2 weeks long. Then you got to go to MOS school, tech school, whatever it is. That can be anywhere from 3 months to a year and a half long. and you're training during those 3 years. You're training to be in the military, to be in there. But then when it's time to get out, what kind of training are you getting? What do I do? How do I live a normal life? How do I live a civilian life? How do I go to work? How do I pay my bills? How do I do this? How do I do that? And that's one of the biggest struggles. But here with Brandy and Melissa, they started their own podcast themselves called Yes, I Am the Veteran. You females, you understand what it's like. I can guarantee majority of y'all understand what it's like. You guys got your stickers on your cars as well. I'm the veteran this, veteran that. I mean, hell, on my truck, I got a big ass YEMX USMC on the back of my truck. You females are the same way. You guys put your fucking branch on there as well, saying, yeah, this is mine. And a lot of people look at you like, oh, is your husband a veteran? I mean, a lot of you ladies, I mean, when you go to the VA, say, are you here? Is your husband here to see something? Have you guys had that kind of experience?
That just happened to me on my way to my ketamine infusion today. When I literally went, like, I had to take an Uber there because they won't let me take an Uber back. I have to have someone come get me, but I feel bad to have someone drop me off and take me there. So I take an Uber there, so I don't have to drive. Well, I took an Uber there, and when I went there, the driver deadass looked at me and said, you have to have served to go here, right? I was like, oh, no shit, really? I was like,
Wow.
veteran then, asshole, pull me up here. But yeah, it happens. And now my car's pretty. I don't have any stickers, just the DV plate on my car.
Right, so you got the DV plate. You got the DV plate. What about you, Melissa? You've ever experienced that? Someone's like your boyfriend or your husband's the veteran, not you?
Them. Oh yeah, they would literally walk up. Well, my husband, we're going through some stuff. We're separating, but he's a veteran as well, and they would literally walk across me and just open their hands and shake his hand when they're looking at my car that says "Woman Veteran" on the Texas plate, the DV plates, and they're like, "Thank you for your service." He's like, "Thanks, but this is my wife. Like, this is her. She's the veteran." Like, and I'm like, "Yeah, like, cool." Like, I don't know. It says "Woman Veteran." I don't know what else you can get from that. And one time at the VA, they have the valet. I don't know about y'all's VAs, but we have like a valet here. And I was running late for appointments. I was like, "Man, I'm gonna just do the little valet." And he's like, "I need to see your ID, your card." And I showed it to him. He's like, "No, yours." And I'm like, "Dude, like, I have to, like, my face. This is me." And he is like, "Oh," and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the Aries in me, but I'm very impatient and don't like to deal with, like, come on. It's like, take 5 seconds to think type of thing.
Shit. No.
But yeah.
No, but you females, you ladies aren't the only ones to tell me this. The other ladies I've been able to bring on my show and that I talk to and I interact with, they deal with the same thing. There's a struggle there that it's like, no, motherfucker, I'm the veteran. I served this country. Like, I did my time. I signed that dotted line and said, yeah, I'm going to take a bullet for your ass. And then to come back and you motherfuckers are like, oh, tell your husband I said thank you. No, motherfucker, it's me. I served this fucking country. It was me. I did it, So that's probably why you guys started your podcast, right? Called Yes, I Am the Veteran, right?
You know it.
Yep. It happens a lot. We're definitely the invisible veterans. For me, I wanted to use that name especially because of the fact that one time I parked in a space around the time that we were approached by BRS to have the podcast. And basically I had parked in a handicapped space and a lady opened my door and she's like knocking on it and then she like opens the door and she's like, "Hey, I need you to move your space because you're not disabled and your husband's not in the car." And I was like, well, 1, I'm the veteran. 2, I'm also the disabled part of it too. Here's the leg. And then I went like Full Metal Jacket and yeah, I never saw her again, but her eyebrows went clear to the back of her head.
No shit, right? Like, because you got a hellacious scar. Like you got a hellacious scar on your leg. I mean, because of the shit that you went through.
I have scars all the way up.
All the way up?
Yeah, like 14.
Golly,
one.
If you guys don't know, you guys can go follow Brandy over there on her Facebook page. She takes pictures all the time, just showing the scars, from surfing and stuff like that. It's crazy to see it, but I mean, that's one of the struggles. I mean, and it sucks. It absolutely sucks for you girls. I mean, it does, because the simple fact that it's like, no, I served, I did this. You know what I'm saying? I earn the same rights that this motherfucker right here, that Sergeant G, the same shit, the same respect you give him, you need to give me as well. Because guess what? We both fucking served. We're both wearing the fucking uniform. We both have the disabilities. We both did what we were supposed to do for this country. You know, and it is a struggle. But with your podcast, what is it? What is it with your podcast? What are you promoting with your podcast? What are you doing with that?
So we definitely try to promote women veterans, or veteran things to help veterans in general. The scar Because of the fact that Melissa and I, we met each other through Miss Veteran America. We were both finalists last year, and well, there's three of us originally. We all wanted to come forward and show that women veterans should support other women veterans and not do
Right?
dick things to each other. You help each other, you support your sisters, and you get information out there that can really help someone enrich their lives. And that's what we did that. Like Melissa, like for me, I was very concerned with showing my scars because I have so many. But I had to compete for a competition that I have to wear an evening gown and I have to wear certain things. And there's, I can only hide but so much. Right. So I had to accept it to a point. So I decided I wanted to be Miss Veteran America Apocalypse. So I got like this really badass cane from American Horror Story Apocalypse. Like, I showed off the leg, everything. Like I had like them make a heel brace from the VA that I could actually wear on stage and walk like a normal person. So I wouldn't accidentally trip and fall on my face like mid stage. Like, I mean, as funny as it sounds, it's not fun. But, Melissa was really supportive of that. The other finalists were really supportive of that, and I wanted to help other veterans in different ways. So that's why I was really thankful. Like Melissa and we brought on some amazing people have come on the show. We've had a little of everything. It's a bit of a variety show. I don't know if Melissa would exactly think, but it's we've had the Pink Berets have come on. We've had Operation Tattooing Freedom has come on. We've had Chad Kaler from Reforge come on. We've had a lot of amazing guests, but all of them have things that they offer that can help enrich a veteran's life. We like talking about things that help veterans in their daily life. I don't know. I've seen your shows. I haven't watched anything recently, but I don't know if you guys have talked about the clothing allowance, but if you haven't file for your clothing allowance. The cutoff is coming up, guys. If you have a prosthetic or if you have a cream that affects your mobility, you've seen a doc in 2 years, you're eligible for it. You go to prosthetics. It's $800 plus one-time payout once a year. That's money.
No,
yeah.
Absolutely.
So you guys could definitely use that money. So that's one of the things that we talk about on our show. So I wanted to share with you guys. But yeah, the cutoff is the end of this month. So you guys still have a few days if anyone wants to sign up. But we like to, yep.
No shit. That's the biggest thing is veterans not knowing the resources. Like I tell people, I said there's a ton of resources out there, but there's not like one website you can go to and just go through all the resources that are out there for veterans, and it sucks because it's like, who do I know? That's what I love about shooting my show. I've had amazing guests come on my show. I've built my network so vast. It's wonderful because I can reach out to this guy or I can reach out to that guy and say, hey, dude, I got some stuff coming up. Or, hey, I got somebody that has something that I think you guys could benefit from each other. You guys could work with each other. I mean, just not too long ago, I just hooked up. Like I said, I've been working with Fully Baked Vets and they just inherited a media company. And I was like, I know a guy, Mr. Wade Saxton over at Smoking Bacon. He owns a media company. Let me get you guys in contact. And sure enough, I messaged Wade, say, hey, I got a brother. He's another Army guy like you. He's an Army guy like you. He just absorbed a media company. Do you think you and him could talk and collaborate with each other? Maybe if he throws an idea to you that you could be like, yeah, that could work, or no, it's not going to work. This is what I'm doing. And that's the biggest thing is, like I said, like I tell you, Brandy, that's what we're supposed to do is be able to help each other. Hey, I got somebody, I know somebody that can help you. Hey, you need this. If I don't know it, I know somebody that can get you in contact with the right people that can get you going, and that's the biggest thing. I mean, that's what we are. That's what we're supposed to do is help support each other. That's what we're supposed to be doing is supporting each other. That's my take on it.
Absolutely. Well, we're a percentage of a percent. Like, I agree with you. Like, us supporting each other, like we're all each other have a lot of times because we can understand each other and our experiences that we've gone through. And I don't know how many times it's happened to you, but where you try to explain something that was very militaristic to a civilian, you get that blank look, that right, you know,
Right.
and they don't understand, and or they tell you like a wild response, like I would have punched that guy in the face, and I would never have allowed it. And you're like, that's not how any of that would have happened, you
Not at
know.
all. Right.
But
No,
like, I'm sure you
absolutely.
get that.
No, absolutely. I get it. Yeah, I get it a lot. A lot of times, you know, my wife's always like, "You're always angry. You're always this," and you know, and people look at me like, "Why the fuck are you so aggressive? Why are you so angry?" I said, "I'm not. I'm just talking to you the way I would talk to anybody else. I mean, it's just the way I talk to people. I'm sorry that it's a little. If you feel offended by it or you feel that I was too aggressive towards you, I apologize. Your feelings were hurt, but I mean." Suck it the fuck up, Buttercup. Like, stop crying and just say, okay, well, that we can't do it that way, you know? And so that, I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, this is why I do the show. This is my therapy session because I get to hang out with veterans that have served, get to talk to them and just hang out and listen to their walks of life. Because like you, Brandy, you say you help support nonprofits. That's one of the things you do is help support nonprofits. Is that right?
Yes. This summer I did some work with Curtain Up Cancer Foundation, and I did all their centerpieces for their gala, the 6th, where they highlight 6 cancer survivors and their lives, and through like interpretive dance and like the arts. And so they had like this whole performance. I was very thankful to be given a lot of opportunities to work with a bunch of different organizations. Melissa and I, we met the Pink Berets not too long ago, and I think we're going to be work with them in the future as well.
Awesome.
Yep, definitely a lot of things coming up in the works. At VRS, we're working with them in their Heroes program, where they have like MMA fighters that may have PTSD, like similar to our combat PTSD,
Oh
and
yeah.
they have like a veteran that's assigned to them to kind of like help them with their experiences. So we're dealing with a lot in the works as well. But I love helping veteran organizations and veterans especially, just because I think there's that relatability. Melissa and I are actually going back to Orlando this year before the 2021 Miss Veteran America competition,
All
because
right.
we were finalists, so they're going to actually bring us out again. And I won an award last year, so I don't know if they're going to have me claim it on stage or not. Let's
Hot
hope.
Mama. She won the Hot Mama Award, which I let you know, Brandy, that I applied for that award.
No,
and
you
you
didn't.
beat my ass. Okay?
Girl, no, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I was such a smart ass when I wrote that award package.
I was like, damn. But then even I was like, all right, that's cool.
It's my
I'm
girl.
proud
She
of the
wanted
fact that
fuck her.
No, I
And I was like,
I wanted the Barbie Ritzko Resilience Award. That's what I promised. That's what I wanted. And I applied for
It's
that one.
all
So I was like, I lost 80 pounds and I kept a mangled leg. So I was like a smart ass when I wrote the whole summary. Like I wrote it, like I was like, I maintain a mangled ass leg by looking good doing it and like stuff. It was like the opposite, like the anti package. That's why I never thought I'd win.
I'm done.
You're like, this bullshit. Melissa, like, this bullshit. This bullshit.
We'll hold it together, Melissa, I promise.
It's all good.
That's awesome.
It's like,
So where do y'all see your show going? What are you wanting to achieve with your show?
Melissa, you want to answer that one?
I can see it going like, I could see it being really big just because there are other female veterans out there with podcasts, but I like to think, I think we're all different in our own ways. And I really like what Brandy and I envision and what we're doing. And I think we're doing it by being ourselves as well. So the more authentic you are, just like, you know, I mean, you're in your own lane,
Right.
you know, you're just enjoying it. And when you get to enjoy it, I feel like the better outcomes come from it, but also a strategy. You got to have a strategy.
No, absolutely. You definitely do. Especially, I mean, you guys know in running a podcast, it's tough. It's hard. It can get tough. It can get, I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into it, trying to get guests on the show, trying to figure out what's the next topic. What do we need to talk about? What do we need to focus on? What is this? What angle do I want to go from? What do I want to go to? It's like I tell people, you don't listen to my show. I mean, there's hundreds of freaking veteran podcasts out there. Find one you feel comfortable with, one you can hang out with, that you can feel like, I can crack a beer and listen to this guy just talk just because he's a good, I like his voice. I mean, not my voice, but whoever else is out there. I mean, maybe you guys maybe like listen to the ladies talk on this show.
Voice, don't play.
Right? That honey voice.
I know, like, I don't like. Look, Brandy, did you get to talk about his beard yet?
No, go into it and tell him.
Okay, I'm about to say I like it. You put some
Oh,
little oil in there.
I got the good stuff in it. I just had Anthony from Lit Beer Company on my show last week, and he's got his own beer company. I've been getting my
Look at the hemp
oils from here.
infused. I have questions.
What's that?
The hemp infused. I have questions.
What about it?
No, like your beard oil. Is it like hemp?
Oh, he's not.
oil,
He doesn't.
beard oil?
He doesn't. He doesn't. He has a hemp seed oil in it. He has hemp seed oil in his. And he's actually been talking about somebody bumped him a little bit and said, "You gonna ever put CBD in it?"
We would like to give a huge thanks to Rafa 180. Rafa 180 offers pure medicinal CBD and products made locally. They walk alongside individuals to achieve a healthy lifestyle with options needed by each person. You can learn more about them on Facebook at Rafa CBD, their website www.rafa180.com, or email at rafacbd@gmail.com. They truly believe your journey matters.
And I told him, I said, my sponsor, Rafa 180, that's what she does. She helps companies, like if they want to get in the CBD game, they're trying to figure out how to get in the CBD game and stuff like that. That's what she does. She works with American Wholesale Hemp and Cantech Labs here in Oklahoma City. And I told him, I said, if you're ever really interested, let me know and I can get some shipped up to you so you can infuse it into your oils. You can get the oil put into your beard oils and beard balms and stuff like that. If that's something you're really wanting to do, we can get that side going for you as well. And so we'll see where it goes. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with CBD. And CBD, yeah, definitely you can put it in your beard. You can put it in your beard. You can it'll help, because what it does, it will help with the if you got a lot of itching. A lot of people have a lot of itching, but that's because they don't put oil in their beard. They don't put oil in their beard. They don't put balm in their beard. It's going to get itchy and just scratchy and dry. You got to make sure it stays moist and make sure it looks good and it's shining and stuff like that.
Look, you need to be sponsored with some beard oil stuff over here.
I'm trying to, I gotta trim it down tonight. I gotta trim a little bit off tonight. I got an interview tomorrow, so we'll see. I'm trying to get this promotion so I can go back to smoking weed again. I haven't had my medicine in a year, and it's fucking frustrating. It's so frustrating.
Bless you, child.
Oh man, it's horrible. Yeah, I've been suffering for a year now. They put me on probation for 2 years in my job where I'm at now because they put me in for a security clearance I'm not required to have. But they decided you need to go in for it. I put it in there, and you guys having to fill out any security clearances. They ask you, do you use illegal substance? And I said, what do you classify as illegal? They said, well, THC. I said, but it's legal in my state. I have a card. I have my card. I'm legal within my limits. And they're like, no, it's still federally illegal. So I told them, yeah, I use THC to deal with the fucking stupid shit that the government gave me for serving in Iraq. I mean, I served for 9 years. I got a lot of shit wrong with my head and my body. That's the only thing that helps is cannabis, is what helps me. And so since I self-identified, I had to fight to keep my job and had to do this. And they said, it's okay. You're going to be on probation for 2 years. We're going to drug test you 2 times a month for the next 2 years. And I'm like, motherfucker, dude, I was doing so good. You guys weren't drug testing me or anything. So I'm not in a drug testing position. So I wasn't getting drug tested. But because I said something, you guys are I'm like, I got to get this new job. This new job's not a drug testing position. I'm not required to have a clearance. And I'm like, this is what I need. I need this job. And it's a promotion. I was like, hell yeah, So hopefully we'll see. Hopefully I can get it. But I mean, that's my biggest thing. I mean, that's why I do the show, is to help advocate for cannabis, help get people with the right people. I mean, there's a huge veteran community that has a ton of people who advocate for cannabis, because a lot of people is still stuck on the stigma that the government gave them. It's just like, it's bad for you. It's bad for you. I can guarantee you it's better than that beer you're drinking right now. You know what I'm saying? I can guarantee you one joint is better than that whole beer. One joint would be better than that whole 12 pack you drink tonight. Guarantee it. One joint.
The only hangover you have with too many joints is the food hangover the next day.
Right. Well, your belly hurts because you ate too much. You're like, damn, I should have ate so much. You get the midnight munchies. You're like, I'm going to Taco Bell. Fuck this. I'm going to Taco Bell.
Wake up with the evidence all around you. Like, oh crap.
You're like, what the fuck did I eat last night?
Okay, wait. When you get your promotion, this is what you got to do for me. Okay. I need you to go to Jack in the Box, go get an Oreo milkshake, but tell them you want strawberry syrup in it.
Strawberry syrup and an Oreo milkshake.
Strawberry Oreo milkshake.
That's gotta be a fucking Texas thing. That's gotta be a
You gotta
Texas
try
thing.
it. No, that's a stoner thing. You gotta try it.
I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to try that out, man. So how does
No,
it work? How does it work, Brandon? You in San Antonio, and Melissa, you down in Houston, right? That's not too far of a drive. But how does that work? Do you guys get together a lot?
Well, when did we last link up? When was it like, oh my gosh.
It was a few months ago. It was because Melissa holds a lot of events. She's basically like an events coordinator in her own way, but she has a lot of different businesses she works with herself, and especially in the Houston area. And she's the cutest like farmers market sort of style market, if you will. And she has different themes. They had like a Glamchella not too long ago. But I'll go out there. And then we talk a lot through StreamYard. That's where we do our podcasting through is StreamYard, and then through the phone, and then wherever we can find each other. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, that's great that you guys found each other, though. That's the biggest thing. You found somebody that you're like, I could mesh with you. Like I like we can do this. We can do something great together. Like it's hard to find people. I mean, even if you're a veteran or not, it's hard to find people where you're like, oh no, this can work. We can do something together. We can make great things happen. Like we can do this shit together, you know? Because there's some people you're just like, I tell my wife, I got some guys, I talk to them face to face. I'll be cool with them, but it's kind of like, you stay right there. You can stay right there. We can talk. We can be cool. We can interact. We can help each other out. But I don't want you eating at my table. I don't want you eating at my table. This is my table.
You're over there.
I don't want you eating at my table.
I love Brandy's laugh. I love it.
Yeah. For me, I think that it's also hard because sometimes people try to use like that platform to try to elevate themselves and not help other veterans. And that's always hard too, because of the fact that, sometimes when you sign on for something, people can change, or you can see what their intentions are. And that's always hard, because at the end of the day, you want to help, your veterans that are out there. And that's why we do our podcast as well, is to help just with getting knowledge and information out there. Right. And so like, it was a challenge for us. It's not always been easy because we've had to do with other podcasters, guests, or things like that. And it's a lot of learning too. Like when you have your own podcast, people think it's going to be badass, but you don't realize like how frustrating and like stressful it can get at times.
Oh, I know.
You get it, but for our
It's a
viewers,
business. That's why it's
hard.
because it's a business.
It is. It's
a
tough
business.
because you got to go microphones, lighting, cameras, this, that. What processor you using? What program are you using? What kind of media host are you using? How do you do this? How do you do that? It's tough. It's hard. It's hard. I had to go through to figure out because so my brother created the podcast awards is here. The Veteran Podcast Awards is amongst us. They're here. I don't know if you guys are aware of the podcast.
That I was gonna ask. All right.
The Veteran Podcast Awards was created by my brother Shane over at Broken Jar.
Yes.
He created it because he was like, there's no platform, there's no award show out there for veteran podcasts. There's really not a platform out there for us that we can compete in, that we can so we can get an award. And so I want to say it's like 4 categories. It may be more than that. He teamed up with Travis Johnson, a good buddy of mine. He's an active duty Navy lieutenant right now here in Oklahoma. And he helped him establish the Veteran Podcast Awards. And I want to say they may have closed out now. I don't think you can no longer register now, but the voting is going to start on each people. But it's like, you can go check it out. You may be able to still get in there. I'm not sure. You may be able to get in there. You may talk to Shane. You may.
Are we going to vote for you?
I hope so. There's a lot of great podcasts out there. I want to say there's like 20.
I would.
I think there's like 29 podcasts on there that there's voting, and they have certain categories. And I don't know what the categories are yet. They're putting everything together. My actual intro is supposed to be coming out here soon. The way they're doing it, I don't know how they're doing it, but I signed up for it. But I was going to transfer everything over so people can listen to me, like I said, on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, wherever people listen to podcasts at. I was going to do that this summer. Yeah. But he started this, and I had to jump on it early. So I started back in like April, May timeframe, starting to convert all my shows. I'm up to like 87 shows. I think you guys are going to be like number 89. I think you guys are going to be like number 89. I want to say, but I got an abundance of shows that I've been doing, and so I had to convert everything over to audio. And I'm like, son of a bitch, it took me like 3 days just to convert everything over to audio. And then I had to find a host who can host me, who can host what I'm doing, who can host my show. Because there's so many different people and so many different platforms that are out there. But you have to find out, because some are like, well, we'll let you upload so many episodes. And then after a while, we'll start taking them off. And you're like, oh, I don't want you to take my shows off. I'm putting them up there for a reason. Or we'll only allow you so many episodes a month to upload. And you're just like, I want to upload all my shows at once so people can get to them and listen to my shows, And I found one finally. I found one where I can upload it and they don't touch it. They say just upload it. Just upload it.
What, Anchor?
No, I don't use Anchor because Anchor has its own. They have their own types as well. Anchor, though, if you advertise for Anchor, you can start getting paid when people start coming over there. Because I was looking at Anchor too, but I use Simplecast. Simplecast is real easy, cheap. It's not expensive. It's cheap. And I can upload all my episodes and they're never going to take my episodes down. And then once I start reaching like a certain limit, when I start getting to like, right now, I just reached my 1,000 downloads right now. I just hit 1,000 downloads and I was super excited. I was like, that's awesome. I said, that's freaking awesome. So I finally reached the 1,000 download mark. I was like, now if I can get those people who are downloading that shit to subscribe to my YouTube channel, we'd be golden. We'll be good. But I'm super excited. I'm super excited. I hit 1,000 downloads already. And I'm like, and I just started back in July back in June is when I started. So a month ago, about a month and a half ago or so, I just uploaded everything into Simplecast and I'm up to 1,000 downloads so far in a few months. And I was like, this is great. If this keeps going, I mean, it's going to be great. And I'm heard worldwide now. I got people all over the world listening to me, and I appreciate it, coming over here to the Stone Vet, trying to listen to veterans like yourselves, talking about the struggles that you deal with on a regular basis, on a daily basis. I mean, you guys have your struggle, but you guys started your podcast to be able to talk about it, right? To bring other veterans on the show to be like, no, we understand. We know what you're dealing with, and we're here to help you. We're here to help provide. We're here to provide you with the resources that we have, which is great. Like I tell people, I said, this is my therapy session. My counselor retired from the VA, so I don't have a counselor anymore. So I'm like, this sucks, because it's hard when you find a good counselor. It's hard to find a good counselor. And then when they go on and they either get a new job or they get a promotion or they retire, it's just like, they're like, well, I can give you so and so. I'm like, nah, I'm good, because I don't want to freaking relive everything I just told you for the past 3 or 4 years. I don't want to go through that shit again, because they don't know who I am. And now I got to build that relationship again, Yeah. And it sucks.
That's what a lot of veterans say. You and a lot of other veterans say the same thing when it comes to as far as counseling, and it is hard. I go to the VA and there's always like just residents, I guess, because it's like a learning hospital. So It's just like a bunch of residents, and then it's a government job. So it's like, first of all, the VA don't even have a lot of windows. So think of it, these people are inside there, like looking at no sun and just like, I'm sorry, but it was, to me, I don't think I would want to work there either. So
no way. No, it sucks. It does. It does suck, because my dad, he's an Army veteran as well. And he says the same shit. Like I right now, say if you guys have been following me on my Wednesday episodes, I have my wife on the show with me, my sponsor. I have her on the show with me. And, that's one of the biggest things I talk about is finding people do need to get counseling. Like, it's hard to find a good counselor, but I mean, it's good when you find a good counselor. It's good to be able to go and talk with them and be able to open up about some of the things you're dealing with, and being able to figure out how do I deal with the shit with the nightmares? How do I deal with my attitude? How do I deal with the ignorance that comes that comes spewing out of me, And it helps. It does help. I mean, right now, like I said, I've been going through marriage counseling with my wife. I mean, we've been together 21 years. So, I mean, we've been through a lot of shit in the past 21 years. Yeah. And so that's one of the things I stress to people. I said, you guys have to find a good counselor. You guys have to find a way to deal with the anxiety, deal with the depression, dealing with the nightmares, dealing with life in general, because life is hard. Life is fucking hard. I mean, point down, plain and simple, life is hard. But how are we supposed to do it if we don't have the resources in front of us to show us how to do it, right? Because a lot of people who are in the military, if you show them how to do it, they can do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have to see it.
You teach one?
Right. Well, that's what, what I'm saying. You show people, you teach them how to do it. You show them how to do it. They'll be able to do it and take care of themselves. That's what they did. That's how you train in the military, right? Brandy, you being an EMT, certified EMT, you had to learn a lot of shit, right?
Oh yeah, I used to teach EMTs, EMT instructors, CPR instructors, everybody. It's definitely important. Being able to tell someone, I'm not okay. I think in the military we have that whole mindset of suck it up, buttercup. You don't need to get taken care of. Don't worry about it. It translates when people get out too. And a lot of us, we're stubborn and we try doing more with less of ourselves, and we don't get seen, and we really should. That's actually why I wrote 3 articles for Freedom Sisters Media this year about different treatments that are out there that can help veterans with PTSD and like chronic anxiety outside of like normal medication. Just like things that can help veterans in their daily life that maybe wouldn't really seem like traditional medicine to them. That's why Melissa and I, we both have supported Heather Clark on her yoga tour, her Miracle Flex, where she does like gun yoga, and she does like different firing positions, and she incorporates it in her yoga. And so, and she's actually being sponsored by Grunt Style for her summer tour, where she goes VFW to VFW showing those techniques. And I think too often, like with VA medicine, they just want to hand you pills, and not treat the actual issue. And then they just create, clients rather than someone that they're helping as a patient. And I think that it's just knowledge and getting it out there. And unfortunately, the VA is not very forthcoming when it comes to, things outside of medication that can help you. And that's why, like I said, you're right. Knowledge is so important, and it's so needed. And there's so many treatments that are coming out right now.
No, absolutely, absolutely, and that's the biggest thing. That's is finding your treatment. What is it that you're into? What is it that you can do? Like you said, she's doing yoga with the pistols and the rifles and stuff like that. I mean, what is it you're into? Yoga, meditation, breathing techniques. There are so many different things out there that you have to find yourself. That's the only thing I can tell you, is that you have to find it yourself, because I can't tell you what's going to work for you. I can only give suggestions of what has worked for me. Everybody's body's made up differently. Everybody takes things in differently through their body. And it's just, what are you into? What do you think you can get into? I mean, a lot of people don't like yoga, but yoga helps a lot. Meditation helps a lot. Breathing techniques help a lot. You just have to, people, that's the biggest struggle, I think, of our brothers and sisters, is that they don't know where to begin. How do I go about starting it? But you have to take that step. A lot of us are scared, and we're kind of like, we stay in our bubble. We do what we know is common for us. We do what's common for us. We try to take care of ourselves and stay within our bubble and continue doing the same thing over and over again, and are kind of scared to step out of that bubble to see, will this work? Could it work? I've had a lot of veterans on the show that they're not cannabis advocates. But I told them, I said, I guarantee you, if I got you to smoke a joint, it would change your entire life. I'm telling you right now, because of the simple fact. That's how I tell people, is that for me, it has been so beneficial for me. Cannabis has been super beneficial for me. I said, it's bad when my kids tell me, like, Dad, when's the next time you're going to be able to smoke again? Because they love being around me when I'm high, because I'm that much more chill, that much more relaxed, that much more just, yeah, let's go hang out. Let's go do something, because like I said, a lot of the shit that I got when I was going to Iraq, being in the Marine Corps, I mean, it fucked me up. I joined the Marine Corps at 17 years old. I was still a kid when I joined the Marine Corps, when I was 17 years old. And the Marine Corps created who I am today. You know what I'm saying? Because you get a lot of people who join when they're in their late 20s. It's like they got to live life a little bit. They got to see what life was like, and they said, "Oh, I'm gonna join the military because I got to get set up somehow." But me, I was 17 when I joined. Straight out. I got my GED. I didn't even graduate high school. I got my GED and went straight in the Marine Corps right after I got my GED. And that's one of the biggest things. That's one of the biggest struggles, and that's why I love doing the show, is just being able to help my brothers and sisters figure out what is it that you can get into. Counseling, meditation, yoga, Taibo, whatever it is, definitely get into something. Start figuring something out. Me, I'm currently just started working out again. I was in a horrible car accident a couple of years ago. I used to be in the gym twice a day, 5 days a week. And then I got in this bad accident. This little girl rear-ended me doing about 50 miles an hour when I was at a standstill. And it freaking threw my back out. Like it completely, like it took me 10 years to get my back strong enough to work out because of the Marine Corps. All the freaking humps we had to go on, carrying all the gear and all the shit we had to do. It took me 10 years to get my back strong enough to do anything. And she hit me and it destroyed everything, all the 10 years that I put into it to fix it. And I've been working with Leah Day over at Veteran Trash Talk. She's a fitness instructor now, and she's been actually helping me get back into working out again, getting me the right supplements I need, working with one of her things is collagen, getting collagen into the body, helping with the joints and the back and the muscles and stuff like that. And so I've been working with her, and she's been getting me back in the gym, starting to work out again. Cause I love working out. That is one of my therapies is working out. Like I tell you guys, what is your therapy? You like yoga, you like playing video games, you like doing shooting. Right now it's expensive as fuck to go shooting. But if you like shooting, do kite flying, building knives. There's so many different things out there you can
dancing.
Dancing. You can go dancing. There's so many different things out there you can find your therapy, but you have to find it because you know who you are and find people that you can do it with. Like Brandy found Melissa. These two found each other and they're doing it. They're doing it. Everybody, you guys have your own. You guys can find your people. You guys have your people. Find out what they're into and get over there and do it together, man. This is what it's about. It's helping each other out. We do veterans burn veterans? Yes, every day. But there's also good people out there, and there's also good veterans out there that are willing to break their back to help you find the resources you need. It's a double-edged sword, and it sucks. But you guys will know. It's instinct. You guys will almost know immediately. Like, no, I can't trust them. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to work, man. So we're getting close to the end of the show, ladies. What's up?
I have a question for you. Just because I've gotten it lately, and I don't know, it's made me a little proud. I can't lie. When was like the last time somebody just was like, "Are you a veteran?" Like without looking at your car, without looking at my hat, without like, and I was like, "How'd you know?" Like to me, it was such a compliment. I don't know. What about y'all?
For me, I never had that problem because I'm always wearing something Marine Corps. I got to work. I got to wear a lanyard. It's got USMC.
Typical Marine.
I got a water bottle. I got a 1 gallon Arctic water bottle. It's got Marine Corps stickers all over. I got a big ass Sergeant chevron on the back of it. And I got all kinds of broken Jarhead stickers and a bunch of people who
loud and proud.
I wear it loud and proud, and people know, like, no, he's a fucking Jarhead. So all my other Jarheads that are in the area, like, hey, I love your water bottle. Oh, I love that. So no, yeah, I don't ever get told, are you a veteran or not? My wife's like, you got to walk too. The way you walk, everybody knows you're a fucking veteran. And just the way you walk into a room.
Because we walk with our hand high.
Hell yeah. So you walk in
hands. And you walk in step with whoever's next to you, no matter how much you cry. Do you do it? I bet you do. Change step arch.
And so you get in there. She's like, you walk in like you own the fucking room. I said, if I don't do it, somebody else is going to walk in like they own the room. It ain't going to happen when I'm in the room.
We're all alphas.
All alphas. We're not those betas they talking about.
So I guess it's in trouble.
Yeah, no shit, right? So we get to the end of the show. How you guys want to end the show? How you guys want to get out of here and finish up the show with you guys?
What do you usually like to do? What's your?
I always tag out, man. I always tag out, telling people, we always here and we always got you 6, But for you guys, how do you guys, when you guys go to end your show, when you finish your show, how do you want people to remember who you are, what you guys are doing with your podcast?
We always like to let people know we love them. Our sisters, our brothers in arms, we support them. If they have questions for us, they can reach out to us on our Yes, I Am the Veteran podcast page. If they want to hear anything or they have questions about something, the Voice of the Veteran is something that we do where we're starting to have women veterans come on and tell their stories, whether it be bad or good. And I started with mine. So that way people can kind of understand, like, you can be your actual authentic self. But we definitely, like I said, we support our veterans. Like I said, if you guys need anything from us, please do reach out. And we're definitely going to have you on our show as well.
Absolutely.
So you'll be on chilling with us on VRS here shortly, I'm sure.
Oh, no, absolutely. No doubt. Dude, I do love that. What about you, Melissa? How you want to tag these people out, how they can reach you and stuff?
Yeah, make sure you check us out at Yes, I Am the Veteran Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Facebook is more active. I do run accounts and I run other different accounts. So it's, we show up though on Wednesday. Come see us Thursdays at 8. But you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Sweet Melissa KP. Reach out to me, reach out to Brandy. We are more, I'm here. I'm very open, honest, just really want to be there for other veterans. And I want to connect. So connect with me, please. Let me know who you are. Let's collaborate. Let's do something. If you have information you'd like for me to share, even if it's a simple post, if it's your business, I'm all about it. So check me out, Sweet Melissa KP, and thank you for having us on. We appreciate it.
No, man, I appreciate you guys carving time out of your day to say, hey, I want to go hang out with the Stone Vet. I want to hang out with Sergeant G and speak some nonsense with him and just get to hang out and just enjoy the time together. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's about. We get out. We don't have that. I know in the Marine Corps, every Friday, there's a barbecue. Somebody had the liquor, had the beer, had the grill going. We was always hanging out. Melissa, being in the Navy, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody hanging out around the grill. I don't know about Brandon. I don't think the Air Force builds camaraderie the way the other branches does.
We had safety briefings and we drank on the flight line at certain squadrons.
But this is what it's about. It's the camaraderie that we lost. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest struggle that we do have as veterans, is having that camaraderie again, and being able to hang out and feel comfortable because you got your brother to your left, you got your brother to your right, and you're just sitting around the grill bullshitting for the day, talking about the nonsense you had to deal with in life. And this is why I'm glad you guys were able to carve time out of your day to help me. Like I said, this is my therapy session to hang out with you guys, to hang out with other brothers and sisters that have served and that have struggles. We live life. There's always struggles in our life, man. I appreciate you ladies hanging out with me on this Friday, hanging out, getting ready to just getting through it and just talking about it and just talking about help promote what you guys are doing as well. Like I tell you guys know where I'm at on YouTube at the Stone Vet USMC. I'm on every platform. If I'm not on a platform, you let me know. So I can make sure it gets there so you guys can listen to me wherever you listen to podcasts at. I think I hit all of them already. I'm Good Pods, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, Google, you name it, I'm out there. You can actually go to Alexa and say, hey, I want to listen to Stone Vet USMC, and she's going to play it for you. She's going to pull it up. She'll pull it up for you. Amazon Music. I'm there. Make sure you go over there and tag that stuff as well, man. It's like I tell you guys, I want to thank my sponsor for allowing me to be able to shoot this show on a regular basis with you guys, being able to bring on great people, man. Like I said, always looking for a medicinal grade CBD. You don't think CBD works for you? I guarantee you Rafa 180 CBD will work for you. If you got any questions, you want to know, you want to try to figure it out, you can message me. I got all my contact information down below. You can message me. I can give you some information, get you in contact with the owner herself to give you the information that you need to figure out, can CBD work? Does it work? How do I deal with? She has great stuff to help you sleep, great stuff for muscle pain, anxiety, depression, you name it. She's got it. Hey, and guess like Brandy was saying, VA is all about giving you all the pharmaceuticals they can give you to help you deal with the shit that you deal with on a regular basis. That's the biggest thing here at the Stone Vet is we're trying to get you off the pharmaceuticals. Let's find natural remedies for you. Let's get you all. Let's get your liver back in function. Let's get your kidneys back in function. Let's get all your internal organs back into function. Quit poisoning yourself. Let's find those natural remedies that are out there because they're out there and they can help you, man. Ladies, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, man. Remember, guys, here at the Stone Vet, we got you 6.
Dressed in camo with ammo for every situation I handle. They got us marching and stepping by my platoon, you get trampled. If it ain't raining, we ain't training. Nothing changed by complaining. I adapt and overcome. I make the best out of situations. I stay alert for my enemies trying to do me some harm. I fight for your freedom of speech.